Good morning from Tokyo, Japan. How are you all? Okay. Read it. Not that it's really that necessary. But today I will start. What was it? Ace Attorney, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Episode 3, Part 3. I forgot what it was. A runaway train something something room. What was it? It's on the title. But yeah, I'll start that. They say my name? Oh, it's Lillin. Anyway, I will continue my journey weekly on Sundays. February 18th, 12:52 p.m. The Old Bailey, Defendant's Antechamber. What on earth just happened in there? What happened? I don't remember. What happened last week? Oh, fire truck. Mr. Naruto, I've managed to find out what happened. Mrs. Sato. I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke. A smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of things ninjas use. They're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long. Wait, what happened again? Was there a fifth person? Yeah, there was a fifth person sitting there. And they stabbed him while the guy was sleeping. Yeah. But who would have done something like that? Wait, this is okay, right? Okay. Who would have done something like that? Police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently. Wait, what? The courtroom? Flee the courtroom? Why? Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I hear. Oh yeah, something about... Oh yeah, the guy said it. Something about a young child couldn't have possibly committed the murder, so they covered her up or something. A young girl? Then, could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilda was just talking about? My thoughts exactly. So he wasn't lying. Oh, what's become of Mr. McGilda, actually? There's so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here. Suspicious. I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's antechamber to answer questions, along with the young girl. Who is she, I wonder? And what was she even doing here at the trial? She was taking a huge risk, and for what possible benefit to herself? She's probably not. Maybe she was ordered by someone to kill the guy? I don't know. There's another matter that's troubling me. What's that? The 20 pence. Oh yeah, they each, what is it? Total 20 pence? But some people said they got charged more. Which doesn't make sense, because if there were actually 5 passengers, they should always charge 4 pence then. Unless he just didn't, maybe he just didn't charge the girl. Because he was covering her up, wasn't he? Oh, according to the coachman, Mr. Beppo, the driver, right? Yeah, the coachman, yeah, the driver. Wait, why do you have that in your book? That doesn't make sense. You weren't even taking notes. I was looking. He took 4 passengers that night, at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly. And now it seems there were in fact 5 passengers. Yeah, he just didn't take the girls. Which means figures don't seem to add up again. She's right. That is strange. No, like I said, just didn't add up. Counsel for defense, kindly proceed into the courtroom. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes. Oh, thank you, officer. We'll go in right away. Well, whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now. Oh, who is she? We haven't seen her yet. I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial. Well, not soon enough, Mrs. Sato. Yes. I can imagine her just saying, hi, over there. 18th February, 1 p.m. The Old Bailey courtroom. Hopefully this one doesn't last that long. They're all really long. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it takes us too much stamina. Oh! She looks like a coachman, actually. Doesn't she? There's a young girl next to Mr. McGilden. Look. She must have been the one who caused a disturbance before. Wait, I need a new voice now. I forgot everyone's voices. Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilden. Now then, Lord Von Zeeks. My lord. I believe you have established the cause of the smoke, which veiled proceedings earlier. Was there smoke again? I don't remember that. Oh yeah. During the trial, there was a smoke grenade after that. Okay. And I was like, what happened? And then that girl tried to run. Okay, got it. It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade of the sort typically employed by the army. Good gracious, the army? What in the devil's name? That means she's associated with the army? It was an elaborate attempt by a young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery, but she was caught. And now occupies a stand. Your name, girl. What's her voice? Young girl voice. Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced such pandemonium here in my courtroom? What is the meaning of this deplorable behavior? Well, she's suspect, I guess. If I may, my lord. I think that was his voice. I don't remember. Yes, Mr. McGilden. I think perhaps I ought to explain here. Why is it that this wee lass was here in the first place, and why she tried to bolt like that? This is all tied up with the events of that night, so it is. Very well, Mr. McGilden. Give your testimony. Oh, his testimony? You explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case. She's like 13, right? Oh, young woman sounds womany too. Two women. I thought that'd be like lady or something. Just what happened that night. It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything. Nice sarcasm. I don't think that translates that well in Japanese. Or from Japanese. The young girl. On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then, Berri! What is that? I don't know what that means. A loud thud and wee screams woke me up from a fair start. There was a fella collapsed on the floor at my feet. I set him up on the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. Wait, in the seat? Wait, no, in the seat. Wait, on the seat, right? So a seat pretending to be a person? I remain somewhat baffled, I confess, but from what I gather, on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus. Is that correct? This exactly as the defense counsel said. This lass was the 5th passenger, my lord. Wait, I pressed something. Okay. Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witnesses. Are you ready, counsel? Yes, my lord. I changed my voice for that for some reason. Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start. I know, right? Why don't they give me the information before? Oh, that's so cool. It's like stained glass, kind of. Damn girl, okay. On another question, I took the backseat in the omnibus and probably nodded off. Press! What the? And when you first got onto the omnibus, were there any other passengers already on board? There were not. The cabin was empty, and there was no one on the floor deck, the roof deck either. Oh, okay. It was empty. You were the first passenger, as it were, I see. Aye, and that's why I took the back side as I did. It's the most comfortable, so it is. Could you explain exactly what you mean by the back seat? Yeah, right? I was like, which part is that? By all means, this is how you already described it earlier. I'm talking about the seat opposite the one in which the poor gentleman who was stabbed was sitting. Oh! The one that faces the... Okay, the one that faces the front of the carriage, right? Like I said, it is the most comfortable and where I feel most at ease. And of course, I enjoy gazing through the skylight from time to time as well. And then we're a loud son and we just woke him up. Which means someone entered, right? A loud thud, you say, and a scream? Was that when someone was stabbed though? That sounds exactly like what happened when someone was stabbed and someone screamed, like the guy from the rooftop. Aye, that's right. How can I explain it? It was like the sound of someone falling to the ground. That sort of noise. So you think it was the sound of Mr. Mason falling to the floor having been stabbed? Well, now, you'll remember I was asleep at the time, so I wouldn't like to say. And when the sound woke me and I opened my eyes, there wasn't a soul to be seen in the carriage but the fella on the floor. Oh! Maybe he stabbed himself. You didn't see anyone, but at the same moment, you did hear a scream? From the seats above you on the roof deck, I presume. Not above me, no, my lord. 'Twas from inside the cab, huh? There's too many inconsistencies going on here. But I wasn't altogether thinking about the scream. No, I was too stunned by the desperate sight before my eyes. And that was when there was a fellow collapsed on the floor and my feet. What was this fellow like? You set him up? The victim, you mean? That I did. On the seat across from me, as I said, I could plainly see the poor devil was gone. And you wouldn't believe a dead man just lying on the floor now, would you? It's common courtesy, so it is. I find that a little hard to believe. Ara! What's ara? Like the Japanese ara? Ara, ara, like that one. Ara, Lord Von Six, now why would that be? You wake to find a man lying dead at your feet in a carriage. Any normal person would hail the cabman, that's true. Any upstanding member of London society, that is. I guess you'd be like, someone help! Well now, as you know, I'm in something of a special line of business. So he sees dead bodies quite often. The business of lending money at exorbitant rates of interest. Unfortunately, my lord, not everyone is thankful for the help I offer them, and some would even see me dead. So I do try, where at all possible, to avoid getting myself in a tangle with trouble. Makes sense, I guess. Are you suggesting you were going to just leave the man there? Heavens alive, no, I was always intending to report it, so I was. Only, I had a mind to find out whys and wherefores first. The whys and wherefores? Right you are. There were some details I wanted to understand before anyone else got to meddle in. That wee scream I heard, for example. Wouldn't your good self do just the same? Yes, the scream he says he heard at the same time and the thud of the victim collapsing. I turned around to find out that scream had come from. And bless myself, what did I find? I'm afraid I don't understand. I'm sure you told the court that there was no one else in the carriage except yourself and the victim who was dead, but you heard the scream from inside the cab, which means there was a seat, wasn't it, inside? You open the seat and then there was like apartment space. I was pretty sure someone could hide underneath there, like a young child. So I did, sir. So I did, as far as I could see. That is. What do you mean by that? Well now, just a queer thing. The wee scream I heard as I woke up. It came from, if you excuse the vulgar expression, under me backside. Yep, I know it. He was sitting on the bench that she was on? Good gracious. Under your backside. And when I lifted the seat on which I've been sitting, I found there was a wee cubbyhole there. For storage. Is it not a hold? We can examine the omnibus ourselves, remember? Yes, of course. The whole bus was submitted as evidence. This will be a very good time to have a thorough look around inside. No, I already know. No worries. I got it, man. I got it settled. And that's when I found her. There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. You say she was hiding herself? Aye, that's right. It was hard to see in the dim lamplight, but she was all curled up in a wee ball. When our eyes met, well, my heart nearly stopped beating in my chest. You mean first love? I mean, love at first sight. Ugh, you're really overreacting this. This still and all, I pulled her out from under there. I sat her on the seat opposite so I could have a wee chin wag with her. What the heck does that mean? Look at her? Seat opposite, which means where the victim is, who died. That's right. Just next to the dead gentleman there. Hey, there's a child under my seat. Oh, I want to see you have a good proper look at her. Let's sit her right next to the dead gentleman I found earlier. What? You sat this young girl next to a corpse, sir? Well, as I'm sure I mentioned, a gentleman in my position can all too often find himself in mortal danger. So, I needed to find out just who this urchin was, you see. And while I was in the middle of talking with her, I heard another scream, a fella's voice. Oh, was this the actual murder thing that the person saw? Maybe she's trying to take the knife out. Presumably, that scream was Mr. First, yep, who was sitting on the roof deck seats. That's what I figured. Right you are again, I would say, sir. Looking down through the skylight, he must have seen this young girl and the gentleman with a knife in his belly. In other words, previous witnesses did not in fact see you at all, Mr. McGilly. What they believed to be yourself and the victim was in fact this girl and the late Mr. Mason. Are they both wearing hats? Oh wait, that hat, how can you... That hat looks so different. Unless he was wearing different outfits or something. Hi, my lord. I was, as I think everyone understands now, sat at the back of the carriage, out of sight. Technically, that means that what they saw was not the moment in which he killed him. But it doesn't mean, technically, that this defendant guy technically didn't kill him either. He could have killed him before them, and then sat him up, for example. It is certainly plausible. The defendant is somewhat diminutive in stature, and readily confused, perhaps, with this young girl. I don't know about the hat, though. After that, of course, with the scream from the gentleman over us, the driver realized something was wrong and pulled up the horses. Thank you, I've heard enough. Events as explained are clear in my mind. However, at least one conundrum remains. Who killed her? Oh, that too. Who is the girl? Her name is Gina. Is it Gina? No, Gina. Gina Lestrade, my lord. She's a chancer. What does that mean? Earns her crust among large crowds, relieving people of their purses. Oh, you mean a thief? Okay. What's commonly known as called a pickpocket. What? This girl here? A petty thief? Low. Order! Order! Is this true, Miss Lestrade? Wait, I need to figure out her voice again. Miss Lestrade, you will answer the question. Oh my god, she's good. What? Ah! How dare you, what is the meaning of this? Low, what? Is she part military though? They did say that though. Ugh! The girl, she's gone! I mean, they should have locked the doors, right? I'll wait, she would have been gone. Open your eyes! What? I'm over here! I figure out how to do a voice. Maybe younger. Good gracious, how? What was the point in that little sidestep? Wait, I can't, I don't know if I can read this. Wait, wait. What? What you lot are thinking. Grown-ups are all the same. Wait, wait, that voice sounds similar to the guy. Wait a minute. This dirty little dipper, you'll say, slipped up and got caught on the job. She got herself backed into a corner, so she knifed the gent. What? Go on. That's what's in your heads, ain't it? Wait, I wanna change. It's too difficult to read. No, not at all. This is a court of law. We're here to determine the truth, not... What's green this time? Look, knives are for cowards. Only thugs use weapons like that. All I need for what? For what? For what? Oh, for what? For what? For what I do is these fingers. I'm a professional, alright? Maybe not in your eyes, but I got pride in what I do. Let me guess, you don't count smoke guns among weapons for thugs? Oh, this? Yeah, this was in a bag I lifted the other day. Down where they keep the four-wheeled drags. What does that mean? It's nice, isn't it? I like the pink best. Ugh, do not wave that thing in my direction again. Even as a line. So, you admit that you were riding the omnibus on the night in question? It's alright, lass. You can tell them the truth now. He changed his voice now. Alright, yeah. It's just like the Irishman said. The court accepts this girl, Miss Gina Lestrade, as a valid and significant witness in this case. Accordingly, young lady, we will now hear your testimony, if you please. Oh! You will tell the court exactly what happened in the omnibus on the night in question. Alright, if I have to. I know. What voice is difficult. Oh, there's two of them now. So I snuck inside the carriage before they hooked up the horses, just like always. But it was the right old waste of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I'll tell ya, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Then, after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out my skin, I did. And the scream just came out. Oh, there was a bang. You mean the thud he mentioned? And then she screamed? It's because of that this swell found me. He did help me get away in mine. Okay. Yes, he let you go. I fail to understand why you would let the street urchin go, Mr. McGilden. Oh, this simplicity itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact. Because he was literally sitting on the seat that she was in. How? As I'm sure I said before, sir. Yeah, he's literally sitting on the seat she was on. She was hiding in. I was sitting right on top of the place where she was hiding herself. I think a demonstration is called for. Map, please. Yay. This is where I sat that night. And the cubbyhole of which you have spoken is underneath the seat, I presume. Yeah, I see. Yes, it does appear just large enough to accommodate someone of the girl's stature. He could fit in there, I bet. Aye, but of course, the wee lass was stuck in there. Because I'd parked myself on the seat for the duration. Oh, I know, I figured that already. So you see, that's why I let the lass bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. Well, not with that evidence. But I couldn't live with myself if a young life was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent. Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question? I mean, dude, you were sitting on a seat. There was no way she would have been the culprit then. Not at all, my lord. Not at all. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking to put on my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass. It's pretty obvious that she's not culprit, though. There was no need to hide her away. My goodness. What a perfect gentleman. My lord, this fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. You guys change your tune so fast. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir. Is that all the votes? With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Is that all 5 of them? Saints alive! All 6 members of the jury, consensual in their leaning to a verdict of not guilty? Mr. Naruhodo! This... Well, it must mean... It must mean what? We're already innocent? That we're victorious! Wait, that was fast. Wait, what? Are you sure? Just from him defending the girl? Just the fact of him defending the girl makes him innocent? Oh my god, that's such bad manners too. If the sight of my iron heel Wellington. offends. Pray, do forgive discourtesy. He keeps offending everyone then, even though he knows it offends. This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices. The fact that they can vote early, because that's not what he said like a while ago when they're all really guilty. Where evidence and reasoning should be paramount, emotion rules the day. Emotion? The witness's latest statement gives us a clear insight into his true nature. What do you mean, his true nature? Yeah, the fact they covered it for a girl. Do you really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, Omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Obviously, the interior of this cubbyhole, as a witness put it, was included in their investigation. So what? The compartment under the posterior seat was full of the coachman's belongings. It's noted in black and white here in the police report. It's full. Wait, that means the girl couldn't have been there. Oh, what's that? Morning. Wait, that means the girl could not have been there, which means that didn't that mean he could have just put the stuff in there?
Morning.
Morning. The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. McGill's story, someone has unlawfully removed everything from under the seat. Wait. Give me a second. History. It's full of the coachman's belongings. If it's full of coachman's belongings, I mean, someone put it in after she was there? Or that story was a lie, whichever one. That she was in the seat. What? Wait, what? What? Order, order. How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effected, Council? Naturally, we must acknowledge the deficiencies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty. Well, Mighty Pony's friend. Me? And the carriage was submitted as evidence. Doubtless you examined it in fine detail, as would any self-respecting practitioner of the law. Pray, what did you find the condition of the underseat compartment to be? Anya, Wait. Let me check. Wait. Right. Maybe she wasn't inside. Maybe she was just like sitting next to him, and just he took her out or something after a while, and then the coachman put the stuff in. I don't know. Wait. Open the seat. Open the seat. It's empty. Yeah, wasn't it empty before? I don't remember. The storage car, but there's nothing in here. It's fully empty. But the guy said he put his stuff in there. Wait, wasn't there stuff inside? I think there was actually. I remember seeing it. Oh, to be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy. Sorry? What? What are you telling me to do it? Go ahead, you tell the court now, fella. What? How this all an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Zieks. Yes, that. Well, counsel, do you have something to say on this matter? How am I supposed to answer? Can I say what the state of that little compartment under the seat in the omnibus? It wasn't empty. It wasn't empty. It wasn't empty. It wasn't completely empty though. Oh wait, I don't know if giving answers helping my cause as the counsel for the defense. As far as I remember, at least. It was empty. It had like some stuff. When I first examined the compartment, oh yeah, there was stuff inside, but now that there isn't, that means someone tampered it literally right now. I'm fairly certain there were a number of articles inside it, yes. Oh, are you sure, counsel? I'm embarrassed. What are you saying now, you daft doll? I thought you were on my side here. I can't lie about that, man. Can't lie. What game are you playing? Wait, what? Your tennis is to defend the pin and stay. Wait a minute. Why are y'all giving me? You're the one who asked. Why would you say something to compromise his position? It's true, man. It's the final angle. That doesn't mean, though, that he's the one who did it. As the advocate for the defense in this trial, I confess I'm still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me that I should state what facts I do know as clearly and honestly as possible. I'm not gonna lie about that, man. Interesting. It's not altogether pleasing, fella. I'm simply telling the truth, Mr. McGilden. Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interest here, lad. Now then. A fella's memory is a curious thing, and not altogether reliable. No, the court must consider the facts. That there cubbyhole under the seat is as empty as a devil's heart, so it is. Do you think perhaps it would be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken? Why? Why do I feel like something's not right here? Because it wasn't empty, I think, last week. I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think. The compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain the smooth running of the carriage. It shouldn't be empty, right? Guild's rules state the omnibus should be promptly and fully equipped at all times. So it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Ripple isn't that irresponsible. That's what you said, but then he took extra money, so. That money London, Fleaser, and the pick purse are lying. Oh, let's go back to guilty again. Just because it's guilty, I mean, he's lying doesn't mean they're guilty though, technically. Yeah. I can't believe I was nearly taken in. The stinky rich are always stinkers. Nothing but cowards, the lot of them. What? Oh no. It's a trick. Of course it's a trick. The fact that you guys keep changing just probably means that you guys should not vote until the very end of everything, dude. That just shows that. Quite so, I concur here. With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time. Yes, but every time a different truth, it seems. I know, right? You guys keep changing. My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly a verdict of not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate. Thank you, counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please. Okay, finally. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. What just happened? The balance of the trial just shifted almost beyond recognition. The Reaper of the Bailey is at work, it would seem. No. Hope this doesn't take too long. What the girl saw. I snuck inside and looked inside before they hooked up horses. So you were already in the omnibus before it even set off on its run? Hmm? Well, yeah, I mean, what's the whole point of spending a joy to make a few bob, eh? That's a rum idea, isn't it? What does that mean? I suppose she means there's no point in spending money to make money. It actually makes sense. Counsel, may I remind you that this girl is a petty thief? Kindly refrain from entertaining her tints. Well, that does clear up the little mystery of the fares and all. Yeah, that's what I figured. 4 paying passengers at 5 pence apiece, making 20, to which the cabman testified, and 1 little scapegrace riding for free. The red conch of a driver always goes for some grub before its last run, see? Oh, I think I got the little girl voice kind down. Or he's stabilized. So that's when I slip into the carriage and get myself hidden under the seat. Nice and easy, right? But your hiding place is a storage compartment full of equipment for the coach, no? Oh yeah, was it full? She's cute though. Yeah, there's brushes and buckets and whatnot in there, sure. I always chuck all that out and cram it in a corner somewhere. Oh yeah, I did see that. Wait, I don't know about the corner though. What corner? No one ever seems to bother much. And yet, according to the report filed by the police officer who first arrived at the scene, the compartment was full of such paraphernalia. Well, I don't know nothing about that. Like I said, I moved all that stuff out so I could hide under the seat. That's all I can tell you. It seems we've reached the end of the line of inquiry. Continue. But it was right always a time I got nothing to show from each other's last night. What does that mean? You couldn't. Oh, because the guy was on top of her seat, so she could move? A waste of time. Why is that? Well, most nights I'm on my own and the god permit at least some of the time. I beg your pardon? Did you say god permit? Oh yeah. Well, that's what my kind call it. You say the omnibus, I suppose. Whole point is, any normal run, the carriage ain't got no one in it for a while. And that's when you come out of your hiding place and get away? That's it. Only that night. This cove was sat on me seat from the start. And he didn't budge the whole way, did he? Not 1 inch. I was totally stuck. Do you mean to tell us that you were present in the carriage for the duration? You were under the seat the entire time while events unfolded in the enclosed cabin? Yeah. Right, mister? Wait, right, mister. Oh, I guess. Testimony. To be sure. I was as shocked as anyone. You don't expect to lift the cushion you've been sat on and find a child now, do you? So this Miss Lestrade couldn't possibly be the culprit then. Yeah, we got that. They can't see a blind thing in their hiding place. It's pitch in there. Wait, you can see stuff? Or you can see what? So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all? Not a jot. Oh, wait. More voice. Not a jot. Most days I push the cushion up with me and with me head and look at the crack. And I can have a butcher's at whose I'm gonna fiddle. I thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher. I mean, I can have a look. See, I get under ain't as plush as the other ones. I see it. But he said it was the most comfortable. This guy. Next to you. So most of the time, the passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason that night, this here Irishman spent the whole journey right over me head. And for that reason, you weren't able to push the cushion up to peek out, I see. Truth is, I ain't too happy in the small dark places. Just too much like being thrown in the clink. But it's the only place to hide in the carriages, so it's Upson's choice. Why doesn't she just stick to picking pockets and open? Right? I'd say there's some reason that she's not letting on, judging from her demeanor. It looks like she does it often though. But anyways, I was a bit scared, but I had to just stick it out under there. Nothing else for it. And after a while, I hear this loud bang. Nearly jumped out of my skin, I did, and the scream just came out. When you say a loud bang, do you mean the noise of someone falling to the floor? I think so, right? Could have been, I suppose. I don't remember so well. Point is, it made me jump. And you let out a scream, involuntarily? That's right. And then I felt the cushion over my head, get lighter all of a sudden. Presumably when the defendant got up in order to help the victim, yes. Or not. What? It could equally have been the moment the accused stood up in order to stab his victim, could it not? But then there's no thud though. After the thud. Well, girl, did you see what happened at the crucial moment? Yeah, I saw what? You saw what? I pushed up the curtain and had a quick butcher's while I had the chance, didn't I? The Irishman was sitting up the block what had fallen on the floor on the seat opposite. That matches Mr. McGilder's account, of course. But then the fella turned around and looked right at me. I sunk back down again, but it was too late by then. I should have never risked looking. And she got found out. It's because of that this swell found me. He did help me get away, mind. Huh? And when Mr. McGilder discovered you, he pulled you out from your hiding place? I was scared stiff, I was. He dragged me out and sat me down on the seat and all. Next to the victim, Mr. Mason? Yeah, the block had a knife in his guts. He was still bleeding. Then a carriage lurched a bit, and he ended up falling onto me. Ooh, ugh, how awful. Both me hands got covered in blood. It made me feel sick as a dog. Oh, that's when they thought she was a murderer, I think. Both her hands covered in blood. It must have been what the rooftop passengers saw. After that, I believe you talked with Mr. McGilder for a while. Is that correct? He asked me some stuff. Wanted to know me name and what I was up to and that. Then heard something from up above. Someone screamed. Yes, Mr. First on the roof deck, one would presume. I didn't want no one seeing me face, so I didn't look up. Then the horses were drawn up smartish, and this Irishman says to me, "Get back under the seat. I'll see that you can get away later." All 6 members of the jury had decided the defendant was innocent. For one brief shining moment, yes. It's clear that they are all still very unsure. If we could just find some conclusive piece of evidence among this new testimony, I'm sure we could clinch the verdict we want. Yes, I think you're right, and I have this niggling feeling something's bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know, I think it's the fact that... Okay, wait. I need to look up my court evidence, because I forgot. Not the gloves. Let's go in. So she supposedly was in here. Where'd the luggage go, though? She said that he fell onto her. And then her hands are covered in blood, but only part that's blood is still here, which is still awkward somehow. Would it even get all on her clothing? You'd think it would. Where's the luggage too? Is her name in here? I don't think it would be, would it? Oh, they don't say that? Okay. Can't see anything. Hear a bang. Nearly jumped out of my skin, I did. Oh wait, oops. That's still bleeding. Why she didn't have any blood on her? Where's the blood? Where's the luggage though? I don't know where the luggage went. We still don't know what happened to the luggage. Wait, what is it? It was 10 p.m. How much get blood on you actually when it's stabbed? I don't know what it is. I mean, no, I know some things are weird, but I don't know how to do it. Ah, darn it. What? Stop the victim. I don't know. It looks right at him, and then she was caught. But how? How? Present. Present. What can I present? Stuck in the carriage before they hooked up the carriage as always. 8-seater. A waste of time, nothing to show. She was stuck inside. Can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. It's pitch in there. Is it? I guess. Let me look at the carriage again. I don't know anymore. Skip, skip, skip. Can she see nothing? I mean, I guess not if it's not open. Oh yeah, he said it's soft. It's not soft though. Wait, he said he sat here because it was really soft. But it shouldn't have been soft. She said she only went to that seat because that seat's not soft. Is this suspicious? Yeah, it's weird. That part was weird too. Can I present it? Which part was it? Was it this part? I'm gonna save, because I don't know. Save. 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 Okay. I'm gonna go with the idea that she sat there because it's soft, but the guy was like, it's not soft. Oh wait. Maybe I should press it and then look at the guy? I don't think he looks different though. I need the part where can I present something here? Not. The part where it says that he sat there because it was really nice. Under the storage. Put it in somewhere. No one ever seemed to bother much, but it's not there anymore. Where'd you move all the stuff though? She's in a corner. Maybe it's in this one. I think I don't want in it for a while. Yeah. Only that night. He sat in the seat. He didn't budge. Why were you there? Usually, no one sits there. I expect to find a child. Not this one? Did they not say that in this one? I can see who is gonna fiddle with. I have a look. I see I got under 8 and as plush as the other one, which is weird because he said and themselves opposite. Yeah. It's weird. Oh, what? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? This was not there before. What? What changed? What changed? Chotto, what changed? Something wrong, Mr. McGill? Why don't you do the whole thing again? Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Council? But good thing I found something yellow. I was wondering if Miss Lestrange's last comment made something occur to you, perhaps. You seem to be thinking about something to yourself. Oh, no. It was nothing important. Space. I was feeling bad for the poor lass is all. It sounds like he's trying to, like, up the empathy for himself. Or sympathy, sorry. Was empathy? Both. I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad, shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, so it was. I see. Yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark now. That was unnecessary, Ryunosuke. And irrelevant. And I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well. Yeah. I suppose it does. Maybe. Miss Lestrade, was something you want to say? Did you hear something that night? Anything? An unusual noise, perhaps? What? Why did you not mention this? Judah? Why did you not mention this? No, not really. All I could hear was the Irishman snoring. Good job, Rose. There's no need to tell the whole world of Miss foibles, you little scant. What? What? What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, it might have given us a vital new clue. Yes. What should we make of that last statement of hers? Press on it. What? Of course you would. Dune. My lord! I believe the statement just made by the witness is profoundly important. I have no idea why, but it must be. Profoundly important, but all she said was that she heard nothing. Yes, which is profoundly important point. I'm almost sure of it. In my mind, I'm sure. Wait, did he just adjust his wig on top of his head? Oh my god, he's bald then? Okay. I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern Mind Council, nevertheless. Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please. What? Supplement? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're all trying to do. Well, it won't work for me. That's right, insult the judge. Always a good move. We'll see what the Japanese one says. Definitely don't have that sarcasm. I was straining my ears to work out what was going on, but all I could hear was snoring. Whose was it? Let's press on it. So you were straining to hear what was happening the entire time? Since the moment you hid yourself? Not exactly, no. Sorry, what? Well, there was no one in the cabin to start with. I could just push the cushion up and have a butcher's to see what was what. But then, when I saw the swell getting on, I got my head down so he didn't notice me. And Mr. McGilda sat on the seat under which you were hiding, Kurt, which sounds weird to me. It sounds like he kind of knows she was there. And that's why he sat there. He's like, this seat is comfortable, but she's like, I'm always hiding in this seat because it's not comfortable. Yeah. Would you Adam and Eve it? Yeah. Wait, what? What is that phrase? What? Would you have it? What? What a mug! So then all I could do was listen. I was waiting to jump out of there as soon as I heard him leave, see? He looks so shocked. Oh my god, his face. It's like Mr. Mime from Pokemon. That's exactly how he looks. That's exactly how he looks. Mr. Mime. But Woody, not likely. Even though we stopped here and there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to stay put and listen to him driving his pig's tip market, snoring like an old dog he was. Isn't that weird? When did the other guy come in then? Are there any conclusions we can draw from that, I wonder? It doesn't add up. What happened to the victim? How could a victim come? Miss Lestrade, what you have just told the court is clearly at odds with the facts. At odds? Are you sure, man? What is that, man? What? What? Why does it sound like some American guy now? Maybe I'm just using it oddly, okay. Absolutely. I'm overthinking. I see my learned Nipponese friend is not as dull-witted as I feared. Oh, Van Zeeks realized it too. Counsel, I must insist that you bolster your claim with evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least.
Hello, my
Yes,
cute
my lord.
Nipponese friend.
Oh, hey, Sarononi-san. Good morning. No, Nipponese, man, Nipponese. Yes, my lord. I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the court. According to Miss Lestrade, while she was hiding in the omnibus that night, she heard nothing but the sound of Mr. McGilda's snoring. But think, Ryunosuke, think! There was an echo. There's something else she should have heard. A person. A person. How could the victim could have got in the carriage if she didn't see the thing? Show a person! The victim! She couldn't have heard nothing until literally she heard a thud and it's like, oh, the victim died. It's like, what? She had to hear the door open for the victim. And she's trying to hear the door open for the guy to leave, right? On a particular sound that Miss Lestrade could not have failed to hear on the night in question. The sound very clearly explained by the presence of the following person. Was this guy who died? Yeah, looks like it. Where's it? Twice fired. Mason? Yes, my lord. The sound that Miss Lestrade cannot have failed to hear. Don't. Is that of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus. I knew it. I mean, that part was obvious, I guess. Order! Order! Explain your reasoning, counsel. Miss Lestrade, allow me to confirm something. I have played... what is it? The one on the Switch? The regular Ace Attorney 1, 2, 3, I think? I played that one. Not any other ones, though. Not yet, because it's not... I only played Switch and Steam. That's all I know. So yeah, not the other ones. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct? Yeah, of course I was. I got on while the driver was in the pub, didn't I? And the next person to board the omnibus, was Mr. McGilda. Oh, more than me still. It's fun, play it. Although, yeah, it's definitely fun to play it more than to watch it. I want to know, I want to solve it first, and then I can watch someone else play it. That it was. Not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least not in plain sight. So you were, to all intents and purposes, alone in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus at that time. Did it not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean. Yeah, I saw him get on, remember? Through the crack under the seat cushion. He was on his own for sure. And, from what we've heard, the carriage made a number of stops after that on its onward journey, during which time did you not hear the door opening or closing at all? Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, weren't it? Waiting for this swell to leave. That's weird. In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage? Dun dun dun! Ugh. We know that the victim collapsed inside the enclosed cabin of the omnibus. Therefore, Miss Lestrade's statement about what she did or did not hear is at odds with the facts. Ah! Contradictory! Yes, this petty thief statement was clearly flawed. Lord Van Zeeks. Yes, he knew. He knew all too well that there was an inconsistency in Miss Lestrade's statement. Wait, doorbell. Be right back. I don't know who it is.
Bing bong.
It was some guy who's like, I want to talk to you about your water and electricity or whatever. And he's like, can you open the door? I'm like, what? What do you want from me? Yeah, we're just gonna talk about water and electricity and you know, fees and stuff. I'm like, because those people are usually all either scammers or people who just are like salesmen who want you to change your electricity because they're like, this one is like 11 yen cheaper per month. I'm like, that's barely anything, but okay. And so my usual response is my landlady is the one who takes care of everything. She does.
I know nothing about Japanese infrastructure, but that seems very sus.
Yeah, that is. A lot of it is yes. You usually never answer the door in Japan or Tokyo at least. Never answer unless it's a package that you're receiving from Amazon. And that's like about it. Or anyone you're expecting. Never answer, especially if it's NHK. No. Anyway, that was the doorbell. I was like, I'm not expecting a package, but I might have been. I don't know. Anyway, continue. What was I doing again? He's laughing. Okay. It would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend. What are you talking about? You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreliable. Her words are convenient untruths, nothing more. Are they like working together? I don't know what's going on. Is that right? How could the victim possibly not have boarded the omnibus? That makes no sense whatsoever. And his girl is a pickpocket. Let's not forget that. Oh? The old lady has her fist up already. It's such a smile. She didn't even say anything.
Man, that Oppo's essay very dramatic pan.
I didn't want to judge a dear little mite just because she has some rather naughty ways, but I must say, I can't abide liars. Neither can I. Mr. Foreman, not your too. I didn't want to judge a girl just because she had some less than salubrious ways, but I must say, I cannot abide liars. Dude, you guys should stop cheating your votes. You should listen to the end, okay, and then vote. This is terrible system. Alright. So Naruto, that's 5 jury members leaning towards guilty. Well, your consideration for others is refreshing, my Nipponese friend. To the considerable troubles you have spared me. Hey, give me a toast too. I want something cool. It's so hot right now. It's like 27 degrees. Oh. Yes, very refreshing. I want some. God, what are you be playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for? Useless Eastern anime. You're the one that told me that I could just stand there and do nothing, but okay. Oh my god, ew, that's disgusting. Ew, that's disgusting. This carnage is perfect. Juror number 2 is the only one left. Hold on, number 2! Mr. Naruto, the way this is going. I know, if we can't find some new way to convince everyone of Mr. McGilda's innocence, the judge will rule and we'll have lost.
Pretty hot in my neck of the woods. Gonna be cooler after the weekend though.
I want to be cool too. It's already summer. Bugs are coming out. I hate bugs. And cockroaches, ew. I very much want to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen. But those of us in service know we must accept hard truths. Hold on, girl! Hold on. What the hold on. Yes, the witness's last statement seems to have revealed a critical inconsistency in her story. However, doesn't mean it's untrue. If we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it may shed entirely new light on this whole case. Oh, I see you're just like pulling BS out of nowhere. What are you saying? She doesn't look like she's lying, really. Cancel! I'm sorry, sir? Whatever do you mean? Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication. Explain yourself at once. When the accused boarded the omnibus on the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening a single time, as testified by the witness in the stand. And yet the victim's body was found inside the carriage. Too many voices. If this petty thief's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus? Where was he? I have no idea. Maybe she fell asleep?
McGilded is such an angry gremlin.
There's only one way to explain how the victim came to be inside a carriage. Wait, let me think. He was not there already. She said so herself. She said no one was on top either. And then she got in the seat, and the first time someone entered was when the door opened, was when she saw Mr. McGilded enter, and she said he was alone. But then again, she like closed the thing really fast. Closed like the door. Not the door, like her cabin thing. So maybe she didn't see someone else coming. Maybe he was dragging the corpse with him. Or something. Or she fell asleep, but that doesn't sound likely because she is so confident that there was no other door opening. Or he went in from the sky roof.
I already know, so I can oppose T say outright. But I could give probing questions if you oppose Re in the mood.
No, it's okay. Okay, I'll figure it out. There's another entrance, one of the things. Let me check that. You could take, can you go from the skylight? I mean, isn't there another door here in the back? Oh, it's not a door. She just said the door wouldn't open, right? Can you not go from the skylight? Can you open this? I forget. You can see. Was he already dead? She was in there first. Is there a way I can go in? From the outside. Yeah, it's large. You can see. No handle. It can't be opened from inside the cabin, at least. Maybe it's gonna be opened from outside. I'm gonna go with the fact that he climbed up. I don't think there's anything else it could have been. Can I go back to the top? Does it let me? This is the roof. Ah, you don't let me go to the top? I'm gonna go with the fact that he went in from the skylight. Is what I'm gonna assume. There's another entrance. The door wasn't open even once. The only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosed cabin some other way. What? We can go in! I wonder what new fantasy you would come up with in your blind panic. But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see. Yeah, no, you can go on the skylight. I said it cannot be opened from indoors. But that means it can be opened from outdoors. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door. The other only has windows. Fixed windows, which cannot possibly open. In short, there is no entrance to the cabin other than the door. Igayari! But there could be. There's one possibility you haven't considered. Oh, am I correct? Oh, really? Yes, one other way inside that isn't the door. Another opening, the use of which allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosed cabin. Oh! Alright, counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. Oh, yeah! Here's omnibus on which the incident occurred. Where is the entrance by which you propose the victim enter the cabin? Dun dun dun! Over here! Hi! The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight. I say, the skylight. That guy in his knife needs to like stop. Your ludicrous proposal almost has me lost for words. However, Iggyari, skylight may well be large enough for someone to pass through. Not too much Iggyari. So you claim, but do you have a shred of evidence to support your adult brain theory? Huh? Can you just open it? Can you just open it? Both Mr. McGilded and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimonies. They claimed to have heard a large thud, such as the noise made by someone falling to the floor. Oh, I thought that he just like sneaked in through the skylight. I didn't think someone stabbed him, threw him in the skylight, through the skylight opening, and then she just threw a corpse / stabbed him and then threw the corpse down through the skylight. I thought he like sneaked in and then, I don't know, he miraculously died or stabbed himself or something in the chest or something. I have no idea. Yes, which has already been explained as the sound of the victim falling from a seat, having been assaulted with a dagger. But if they're falling from a skylight, that's a different issue. But would a man slipping from a seat onto the floor really have made such a loud noise as the witnesses describe? Noise loud enough to cause Miss Lestrade to let out an involuntary cry, in fact. Good gracious! Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment that the victim made his entrance into the cabin. No, let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it! Ah! You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin? That's simply impossible! How can you be so sure? Because if the victim had fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, he must have been stabbed beforehand. The passengers on the roof deck would have seen it happen. Well, obviously that's not what happened, babe. And yet, not one person made mention of such events in their testimony, which means the top two were lying. Well, yes, that's true, but that's assuming they're not lying. Humble fella, make a wee comment here. Mr. McGilded. Oh, the connection's laggy. Hope it's okay. To be sure now, the two fellas who were sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that this not so much a case of them not saying, but lying. Aye. It is a case of them being unable to say. What? Unable to say. What does that mean? Not just them that did it? What? I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury? How would they know? Oh my goodness, surely not. Those two chaps on the roof. You mean, the ones who stuck that knife in the man were... Oh wait, that was not bad. My mic went really loud. His hat keeps falling. I thought it's a hat. Just what exactly? What is his voice? I don't remember. What exactly insinuating here, you Clitherer? You're rotter, he said. You're rotter. What are you insinuating? Too many voices. This is flaming outrage.
A terrible hat maker.
He's a terrible hat maker, I know. I've got a good mind to give you a blinker in a minute. Also, why is it made of two different cloths anyway, the hat, when everyone else is like one cloth on top? I'll give you a shiner in a minute, he said, and so will I. Mr. Fairplay, you're effectively accusing me, a city gentleman, and a well-respected banker. And me, a very angry hatter.
Really bad hat maker XD.
Why is he like galloping like a horse? Suggesting that someone like me could have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace, it's scandalous, it's And yet you said the other guy would? I protest in the strongest possible terms. Just because he's a banker. That's right, I protest too, about you rotten scoundrel. What is with that guy? The prosecutor was still like having that you finger up. Order. This is not the time witnesses.
LOL. I think they just made a Mad Hatter joke.
Was it a Mad Hatter joke? I don't know much about it. Oh wait, wasn't he a... Actually, I don't know. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once. Oh yeah, how did they come? But it's beyond reason, my lord. It's outrageous. It's very hurtful, you know. My lord, if I may comment. Go ahead, Lord Van Zieks. It was a defense that incited this outburst for the witnesses. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witnesses
Quote,
without
I'm
proof.
A very angry Hatter, quote, as opposed to mad. Crazy
Oh,
vs angry,
okay,
etc.
okay. Accused? I never intended to. It seems, young Nipponese, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. You propose to this court that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without the rooftop passengers being aware of the events. Which means you're saying they're lying. Yeah. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have intimated their criminal guilt. Yeah, you guys are also kind of accusing another guy. In that case, he could be innocent. That's exactly the same thing, but okay. Besides, we're talking about possibility. We're not talking about they are guilty. In our British courts of law, that is what is termed a baseless accusation. That's true. You do need facts to back that up after that, though. I mean, you can't just say they're witnesses. I mean, it's a possibility that they are suspects. Doesn't mean that they are the criminals. But yeah. I know it's rash to put this idea forward without any actual evidence, but you can't just dismiss it without a second thought. Stop ruining public property, please. What are we waiting for? Get them to testify. I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. We have to see this matter through now, one way or another. If there's filth and rubbish in our midst, we must dispose of it at once. Is it Shoal again, I think? Yeah, I think Shoal again. For testify, okay. What's happening, Mr. Naruhodo? The spectators in the public gallery are... They're in a complete frenzy. Well, actually, no, they're kind of in unison, but okay. Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First. My lord? Why is he looking around? You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony in reference to the indictment brought by the defense. Yes, my lord. Where are they looking? I didn't come here for this. He's laughing. There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keep pushing forward. Oh, witness testimony. Show again. Refuting the accusation. We were the only two people up on the roof deck. Dead or alive. I can't even swear to that. If anything had happened where we were sitting, don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed? In any case, neither of us know the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man. I'm just trying to frame the guy. Skylight was shut.
Indictment is pronounced quote indictment quote. Don oppose T ask me why.
Oh really? Darn it. I know there's a lot of words I know how to read, but I don't know how to pronounce out loud. Indictment. Okay. I'll try to remember that. The skylight was shut the entire time, I tell you. We couldn't possibly have opened it. If you're so sure the victim fell through the skylight, where's your proof? Where is the proof? I don't remember seeing any proof. Except that blood on the floor. It was like oddly weird somehow. I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine how either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck without the other noticing forthwith. I assume that they're just together. That's right, you see. We're innocent, I tell you. Although logically, of course, the argument falls down if the two of you were in collusion with one another. Yeah, exactly. What? According to investigations by Scotland Yard. Well, that was fast. Two witnesses share no common dealings. Well, I don't trust coppers any more than I trust the stinking rich. Something doesn't feel right here. Huh. The trial's going in our favor, really. So why do I feel so uneasy? I don't know. Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please. Oh, yes, my lord. Only 2 people on the roof, dead or alive. So at no time did the victim, Mr. Mason, climb up to join you on the roof deck? Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Dickens. So many people. No question about it, he said. Done it all. Oh, but yes, of course. I remember seeing them both. He's so angry. I saw the victim inside the enclosed cabin, talking with this man here. What? How? When he's sitting on the opposite side. Is this true, Mr. McGilden? Dear me, my lord, at the risk of repeating myself, I boarded the omnibus alone and nodded off inside almost immediately. That's an outright lie. Without doubt you were engaged in... Let me stop you there, fella, and ask, do you have any evidence at all? At all? That's what witness statements are for, but... Yeah. It's all about evidence in the courts these days, so it is. You'd do well to remember that. Ark! I saw you with my own eyes! It's going so well. If anything happened where we were sitting, don't you think one or the other should have noticed unless you're in collusion, right? Well, it was on the final run of the omnibus at past 10 o'clock in the evening. It would certainly have been quite dark, perhaps too dark to see clearly. Is this some kind of lark? It's some kind of a joke, he said. Is that what this is? Or perhaps one or the other of you fell asleep briefly? Are you fair dinkum, sir? What does that mean? Are you serious, sir? Oh, that's what he said. It's impossible, I tell you. I should just... Ignore this guy's words. I'll give you the keys to the vault if you could fall asleep in that bitter cold. Oh. And if you did manage it, your eyelids would freeze shut and you'd never open them again. That's... extreme. It was extreme, I tell you, and we had to put up with it because this man had locked the door. That was suspicious, they did mention that. Any true gent would have unlocked it and let me in when I knocked, but he was asleep though. I'm dreadfully sorry about that, young fella, but you see, I was...
Fair dinkum. I straight up never heard that before.
I've never heard of that either. I was away with the fairies and I didn't hear you at all. That's a lie! I saw you through the glass! You were talking to someone. Oh, who's lying in this case? Now, 'twas a cold night, so it was. People do be seeing things that aren't real in the cold. 'Tis hardly so surprising. Seeing things! Seeing things! They're all suspicious. I believe we have reached an whatever, here on this particular point. A standstill. I got it. I don't know how to pronounce it though. Here. Take it personally now, lad. If I'm a suspect in this case, then it's only fair that you and the other fiend are too. Open and free competition is what a capitalist society is all about, and see how well that did.
Wait, I think I know what Hatter guy is doing. BRB.
Oh, okay. This isn't a competition I would like to be involved in, really. Anyway, they don't know the victim. No reason to kill the guy, okay. So, you had never met Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason before? Oh, no, not once, never. He never met the man before, he said. Never. And you, Mr. First, had no prior dealings with the victim either? That's right, sir. Hatters don't have much to do with brickmakers, to be perfectly honest, sir. No, I imagine not. You see, how many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have the remotest connection to the gentlemen who were inside the cabin. Yeah, this guy though. Oh. Something you want to say? Mr. McGilden? Yes, counsel. What can I be doing you for? The witness' last statement give you pause for thought somehow? Not the remotest connection? Is that right now? I wonder. We all know that though. He was in debt to the guy. Ah, Mr. Fairplay, it has been too long, so it has. Oh wait, did we not establish this earlier? Here? I'm not very much mistaken. I believe it is fast approaching, is it not? A repayment date. Yeah, I thought we knew about this. I beg your pardon? You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir. At an unconscionable rate of interest, you tricked me. It's extortion. Well now, is that a touch of begrudgery, I wonder? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another. Yeah, I thought that too, actually. Ugh. But like, you can't just kill some innocent guy. And young Mr. First. Me, sir? What do you want with me, sir? You do be making hats for a living, do you not? And he wants money. That there top hat sliding off on your head. Man, it's sliding so much. It's that one of your own creations, is it? Oh, well, I'm such just an apprentice. You understand? I'm learning to find a perfect fit for whatever fine gent walks through the door. That's not working then. Perfect fit, is it? Well, that's a very distinctive design, so it is. Many customers like it, I tell you. They like a distinctive touch.
Good afternoon.
Oh, Kanta-san, good afternoon. Customers, such as Thrice Fired Mason. Oh, he bought hats from this guy? Oh, there's a connection there? How do you know that? There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence for my lord. Huh? The hat, I didn't notice! Was it? Oh, it's patched up too! I can't help thinking that the poor fellow's hat looks distinctly familiar when you say... Oh! It's his hat. Oh, I didn't know that. That's one of my hats. Aye, that is. So it would seem the brickmaker was a customer of yours. Oh, now there's two connections. Well, they have a reason to collude, in case of anything. The sort of customer, I wager, you could have had a wee quarrel, I forgot how to say that, with over the distinctiveness of the goods. Oh no, sir. Absolutely not, sir. Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellows here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see? Oh, that was a good deduction, though. I rest my case. It looks like a hamster. You little weasel. He's better at this than I am. I know, right? Gosh, Mr. McGilda has certainly been thorough in his research, hasn't he? Maybe he could have defended himself. Like, seriously. That's hot. Wait. Please, don't let me little interruption hold up the proceedings. Oh, achievement unlocked. Hat Hunter. Skylight! Oh wait, no, I shut the entire time until you... Okay. Are you quite certain about that? That the skylight was shut the entire time? I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute. He's gonna lose his rack with you in a minute. That's what he said. Take a look for yourself. Go on. Yeah, nothing. You see, it's shut fast now, just like it was on the night.
Find anyone else to back this up, but his pose reminds me a lot of Donald Duck.
Oh, it does. I don't know if it's correct, but... Oh! The comment shows up on the screen. Kind of. Halfway. Nice. It does kind of look like it though.
LOL.
It's okay, everyone got the gist of it.
Unexpected. I like.
We should make the thing longer. I think it's a problem with my setting. So it is. Of course, a fella the size of Mr. Mason could likely break through it. Still and all. What? Just looking at the size of the thing, you understand. Now, hold on there a minute, sir. Size of the thing means nothing. Wait, what did he say? Was shut. So you can fit on its own? Not as its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we? Let's stop biting our cane, shall we? I was riding the omnibus on another occasion when, well, I broke wind loudly. I shook myself with it as it happened. This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First. Oh, I just mean to say, well, the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see? But, just my luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, sir. No one as red as rouge, I did. No windows at all? Except the skylight? Are you expecting me to sentence you? Oh, no sir, the point is, the skylight can't be opened. I tried and tried. Oh? And I was inside the cabin of shame. Oh, そんなはずが. そんなはずが. Is what she said. What do you mean by that? You have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? She says that it can be opened. Miss Lestrade! It opens! Hmm? The skylight. That's what we're talking about, right? What? Why do you have a gun again? All of them skylights open. Dead easy. More easily than you load that weapon? It's a lie, I tell you. Otherwise, when I broke it, I can't do it from inside, you mug. See, that's what I said. Oh! Well, of course your thief would know. Look, a few weeks ago, I was up on the roof deck of one of them drags. And I had a great haul. I mean, I had purses coming at me, out my ears. Mr. Strayed, this is not the forum to be eulogizing on the subject of your criminal activities. Well, anyway, I had a bit of a scare. When I lifted the last bloke's purse, he got wise to me. All four of them surrounded me, so I couldn't top the bus. I couldn't hop off the bus and leg it. So what I did was, I used a skylight, opened the catch, and jumped right through. What? Yeah, the catch for them skylights is on the top side. That's why I can't open them from the cabin. Skylight opens? From the roof deck? Wait, I thought we knew this. This is why we mentioned this. What? What are we all doing? Bailiff. Climb up onto the roof of the omnibus at once and verify this witness's claims. You'd think someone would have known. Like the coachman? Isn't he like literally on this court? Lol, how could you have not noticed that hatch? Oh my hat! Oh my hat! Oh my hat! See? Oh my hat! Order! 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 So it appears that the street girl's statement is quite true. I don't believe it. The skylight opens. And from the roof deck. Mr. Naruhodo. This could be the clue we've been looking for. Well, counsel for the defense, please continue with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. So the skylight opens. Perhaps I should investigate for myself. I thought we did! Again? You're so sure a victim fell through the skylight.
Is the head of the coach driver Oppos S killed one of the jury members? He really should have spoken up.
That is true too. He should have said it. Go through the roof, where's the proof? Okay, here's where we present it, right? And let's look at the cabin again. So now that we know that it opens, you're gonna let us zoom in on it, right? Now the catch has been undone, we should be able to open it. Oh, there it is. You can certainly see inside the carriage is opening. There's a lamp, we can see clearly. Can you just present this as evidence? Long. Present! There's clearly something odd about the last day. Oh, oops. Oops. What? That was perfectly fine! Oh, wait. I guess not. He didn't fall through the roof. He could have fallen through the skylight. Wait. We couldn't possibly. Oh, here it is. We couldn't possibly open it. Here. Witness last statement is clearly at odds with this piece of evidence. Huh? I'm sorry, Counsel, but I fail to see the connection. What? What do you mean? Why did I panic-stricken you onto it? What? Okay, wait. Oh, let me save this. I have 2 left now. Oops. Wrong button. Saving.
This game is funky sometimes. GT.
Yep. Maybe you might have noticed. Neither of us know the first thing about Batman. We had no reason to kill the man. That part was weird. Couldn't possibly opened it. Let me just press here. Maybe it'll be like, we just said we could have opened it. Okay, now it's different dialogue. But we know now that a skylight does in fact open. And what's more, the cache that secures it is found on the roof deck side. This is getting flaming, Okus. What? This is getting absurd, he said. Completely absurd.
Sigh.
That's right, neither of us even knew the skylight had a catch. If we didn't know, we couldn't have opened it. And if we didn't open it, we couldn't have kicked the fellow down. Please, where's this idea of kicking the victim through the skylight coming from? Whoever designed these carriages, anyway. Fancy not being able to open the skylight from the inside. What about breaking wind? Didn't they think about that? There's no point having a skylight if it can't spare you embarrassment, is there? We're really getting off topic here. If you actually have a point, pray, do enlighten the rest of us. I'll tell you what my point is. Oh. If you're so sure it fell for the worst proof. F. Isn't this just the blood? Like, the amount of blood there is unnatural. I think that's too vague. Like, the blood, right? Through the sky roof. Well, it's open. I can't click on it though. Oh, there's blood on the roof! Oh, why don't we someone like you through? Certainly. This is not what? Why someone like me? There's blood! There it is. I found it. I guess you couldn't have seen this from the top or something. A question, it's blood. Why did blood stay here? Surely, can't be unrelated to the case, can it?
Sounds like you had a sleepy morning. Late night last night?
Late night last night? Yeah, I slept around like 3. Oh! Yay! Updated evidence! I got the evidence, everyone. Here's the proof! On the night in question, the victim was fatally stabbed in the stomach. And immediately afterwards, the victim's body was pushed through the skylight into the cabin below. Those are the facts, and the irrefutable proof is here! Remains clearly visible in the omnibus that stands before us today in this very courtroom. What? That's utter humbug. What's humbug? Arg, you can't possibly have any evidence. No, you can't. I mean, we didn't do it, I tell you. It's impossible. Irrefutable proof. Here, in this courtroom. Yeah, there was blood, man. How did you guys not notice? I guess they didn't know to open it, so I guess they couldn't have seen the blood. Counsel. My lord, I believe everyone would appreciate a little clarification here, Where exactly within this omnibus is this evidence to which you allude? You'll point out what it is that proves the victim fell from the roof deck through the skylight. Here. Weird how you cannot actually see it from like certain angles. If I looked at it this way, I would not have noticed. Oh, I'm dizzy. Ah. This one. Where's it? Kokora! Why, Jupiter, is that blood? Or...
Humbug I oppose VE heard from A Christmas Carol. It oppose S what Scrooge likes to say a lot.
Oh. I don't hear enough Christmas carols then, I guess. This bloodstain proves two things. Firstly, when the incident occurred, the skylight of the omnibus was open. What? That's true. There's blood on it. And secondly, the victim was already bleeding when he fell through the opening. Oh my! And so it follows that Mr. Gilded was inside the enclosed cabin himself at the time. Cannot possibly be guilty of this crime. Dun dun dun! No! Order! 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 But the... But the blood could have sprayed up there. What the heck? When the fellow was stabbed inside the cabin. That sounds impossible. Not with that amount of blood. And only found its way to that one particular spot on the skylight? Sure, and that would be very convenient. And let's keep it in mind that the skylight catch can only be unfastened from the roof deck. I myself wouldn't have been able to open it now, would I? But there's no way to know for certain, is there? The gent really fell through the skylight, I mean. Bloodman. Why don't you have a good look at the floor of the cabin between the two seats, Mr. First? I know, right? That's definitely obviously through the skylight. It's all too plain. If you see, there's the aftermath that shows the poor fella dropped from fair height right there. So it is. What? No. But it can't be. It's all lies. Oh, who is it? Oh, him? A fellow jury member. I think we can all agree that this is clear proof of the defendant's innocence. Can we? Dude, you guys need to stop half listening. Like, listening half of it and then making your votes. Really, stop. I believe we can, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. It's clear to me now where the filthy rubbish can be found in this courtroom. So they thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, did they? I won't tolerate any of the guild's carriages being sullied with blood. I won't tolerate it. Oh, I always knew that nice gentleman who gave us that delightful park couldn't have done such a thing. You guys need to stop taking your minds. On three then, everyone. 1, 2, 3. I knew it. Mr. Mime. A chilling performance, Mr. McGilden. Oh.
Granny is the best juror Imo.
Granny. And what would you be referring to there now, Lord Van Zeeks? The blood stain on the frame of the skylight. Such evidence is null and void. What? Why? Unless it's fake blood. For one extremely simple reason. That smear of blood never existed, huh? What does that mean? What are you talking about? It's there for all to see, and it's clearly blood. And it's not his blood. I personally attended Scotland Yard's investigation of the omnibus. The officers involved went over the carriage with a fine-tooth comb. So I can state with absolute surety, no such smear of blood existed in the carriage. And what happened then? How then? At least not until this trial began. Then who tampered with it? Is it just like the storage that they mentioned earlier? There was storage in the storage compartment, but now it's all gone. Oh, are you suggesting, Lord Van Zeeks, that the stain of blood was fabricated, my lord? Yes. And while this court has been in session. What? By who? What a palaver. I don't know what that means, but okay. I must say I didn't expect such crude reasoning from a prosecutor of your standing, Lord Van Zeeks. But I'm Magnus McGilden, a fellow known all over the capital for his fine contributions to public life. I don't take kindly to slander, and I'll fight it to the bitter end, even if it's rolling off of the tongue of the Reaper at the Bailey. Mr. McGilden, I realize that this is your first appearance in court as the accused. However, I'm well aware of your involvement behind the scenes in a great many affairs of dubious nature. Oh, is he guilty, actually, then? You're very adept when it comes to avoiding getting your own hands dirty. Each time it happens that a case you're involved in is investigated, you adapt the facts. Adapt the facts? What does that even mean? Can you fabricate evidence? When you wield a fortune the size of Mr. McGilded's, however ill-gotten it may be, nothing is impossible. Tampering of evidence, manipulating the scene of a crime, bribing witnesses. I toast your ability to concoct the most convenient of stories, sir. Lord Vanseeks, this will not do, to be sure. Will it now, counsel? No. I think it's fair to say, this does all sound like a rather far-fetched excuse by a desperate man. Blood on the skylight didn't exist, you say? Worst evidence of that, right, I guess. But if you all will cast your minds back, is it not true that Omnibus there has been in the courtroom the entire time? Is he saying the thief was helping him? I don't know about that. Maybe he bribed her to do something with a smoke gun? How could anyone possibly have put a smear of blood in it without the world and his wife seeing it? And his wife. Isn't that right now, counsel? The smoke, though. Maybe he took advantage of it. He's like, you can escape with the smoke! And then she's like, okay, thanks for helping me, sir. So she doesn't know his scheme behind was actually to use smoke gun and then get at some other people like, when the smoke is happening, you guys do this. Or something. It's true. Omnibus has been full view the entire time that the court has been in session. My learned friend. Here's to hear your opinion on this matter in your own words. The smoke! The smoke! As you wish. Could someone have tampered with the omnibus during this trial? If you're asking me, I think it could have been possible. I wait for the truth, man. And only the truth. As a defense lawyer, it's my job to advocate for the defendant as best as I can, but still, I feel as though there's something even more important at stake here. The truth! There's no evidence to suggest that the defendant did as my learned friend suggests. However, in terms of having the opportunity to carry out the alleged tampering, there is one possibility. Oh! You're gracious. Explain yourself, counsel. Yes, there is. It seems my learned Nipponese friend has no intention of running from this deceit. Deceit? I'm sure everyone still remembers clearly the recess that we were forced to take. As a result of the smoke grenade fired by the witness currently in the stand, Miss Gina Lestrade. What is going on? Careful, y'all are going to pay! Try to leave! Don't let that kid escape! Secure the omnibus! Yep, that happened. Last week, vaguely. The courtroom was filled with smoke, and everyone was thrown into confusion. All of us were made to leave this chamber. In that brief interval, under the veil of smoke and in all the chaos, it could have been possible to steal inside the omnibus. Much whispers. Are you wise? That's the word wise. What are you trying to pull? You rotten, feckless gouger. Feckless? Gouger? You're supposed to be defending me. It's a wicked plot. The plot to undermine me. So it is. Whatever you think this is, it changes nothing. The facts are the same.
If we learned anything from Phoenix's hetero life partner Edgeworth, truth knows no allegiance.
I like it when they team up with Edgeworth. After this courtroom was evacuated earlier as a result of the smoke grenade, a number of inconsistencies materialized in relation to the omnibus. Inconsistencies such as the storage and the blood, right? To start with, the storage compartment underneath the rear passenger seat. When the police investigated the omnibus, its compartment was full of the driver's items. I remember seeing that too. Secondly, we have the smear of blood on the edge of the skylight. As I have said, that was not present at the start of the trial this morning. Unfortunately, Lord Van Zieks, no one is able to corroborate your claims. Why did no one take a picture? We had pictures back then, right? In cameras? Even if it's black and white? That's true. When the omnibus was first wheeled out, both the storage compartment and the skylight were shut. Accordingly, I'm afraid to say, we cannot establish with any certainty if this evidence is a result of tampering or not. I know, right? They could be bribed. That's what I thought too. Indeed, my lord, no doubt there was not a single person who saw fit to verify such things. What do you think? Sorry? About the omnibus. Is there anything else unusual with the omnibus? What? 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 Was there anything else unusual with I literally do not know. Is it not just like the blood itself? This blood doesn't look different color than the other one. Was this blood even here in the first place? I don't remember if this was here actually. I thought it was just here, I think. Last time I saw. I have an inkling? My lord. The colors are different, isn't it? The blood? I mean, then again, if it's on a cushion, I guess it'd be kind of different. Yes, counsel. There is one further inconsistency. Is that blood even there? A mark that surely could not have been present at the start of the trial. What in the devil's name are you going to say now? If you dare to betray me, you little maggot, you'd better start watching your back. No threats in the courtroom, man. Silence. McGilded. Court awaits a defense clarification. This trial keeps swinging one way and then the other. I have no idea what's the truth and what's deception. What am I supposed to believe here? Dude, it's 1 week ago. I don't remember what the state of the bus was. I think it's... Oh, wait. Let me save. Oh, thank you for letting me save. Okay, now I'm ready. I think it's the blood. I don't think it was there. I vaguely remember saying, hey, that blood is only over here. That's weird. Hey, I think I said that. Was this here before? It's just that, well, this blood stain is so obvious. That's all. I mean, no mention of it. Maybe that means that it didn't exist in the beginning. I think someone
Quote, the case keeps
saw that.
one way, then another quote sums up Phoenix Wright Games in a nutshell.
Yep. If we consider that the victim fell through the skylight onto the floor of the cabin, you would certainly expect to find signs of blood where he landed, but that's a lot of blood, right? But as far as I recall, this bloodstain on the cabin floor was not there when the omnibus was first brought into the courtroom. Good lord. His wig. Yes, I do believe you're correct, counsel. Thank you, my memory from a week ago. Even though I barely remember what I ate last night for dinner. No wait, I had fish. Well said. Although, as advocate for the defense, one might say that was a very careless slip of the tongue. I'm all for the truth, man, and also defendants of the guy. I believe that bloodstain on the floor is a decisive piece of evidence. But if the question is whether that evidence is genuine or whether it was unlawfully fabricated by someone, I feel compelled to admit that there is at least a possibility that the evidence is fake. Dun dun dun. Hey, where's the music? What's that? Ah! This trial is over. Mr. McGilded? I've done everything I possibly can to cooperate with the court, but it's all over now. What happened? But you're the defendant. It's over, I tell you. Oh my god, what happened to you? Memory, recollection, what people think they saw. It's all a nonsense. Facts are what counts. And the fact is that bloodstain is there. Now, well, do we have DNA proof? How do you get the blood actually? Is it like an animal blood? I guess we don't have DNA back then yet. Well, over the course of this desperate trial, long and extremely drawn out as it has been, that good-for-nothing Reaper of the Bailey has failed to present any decisive evidence at all. Low. He won against the Reaper. Technically, kind of. I'm scandalized, so I am. I thought better of Lord Van Zieks. Well, my lord. Did I win? Kind of? I don't know. I must concur with the defendant. The unaffirmed recollections of an individual cannot stand as evidence. But y'all don't have a picture? Wait, do we have a picture of the floor? At this moment in time, the particular bloodstain is in question is very much in existence. Wait. Oh, there's no picture of the floor. Dude, we have cameras. Why the F did you guys not take evidence picture of the omnibus? Is it because you thought it'd be evidence no one's gonna tamper with it? Ah. Oh. Why? There's no pictures. So we have pictures. In that case, isn't it still awkward how, like, what is it? There's blood coming from the knife, right? But it can't have that much blood. That's inconsistent. So I think that can be a point that can be argued. In the absence of any credible method by which to prove its alleged previous non-existence. Just the amount of blood itself is evidence, I think. I regret to say that it would be improper for this trial to continue. Your lordship can't be serious. Lord Van Zieks, what is your position? The prosecution, my lord, has no further witnesses or evidence to present. Very well. In that case, as I believe we have explored every possible avenue in this matter.
A roller coaster? The first one.
The first one... Are you talking about the Great Ace one, or are you talking about the regular Ace Attorney one? With, like, Phoenix Wright, Naruhodo. I shall proceed to my adjudication. As a formality, I am of course obliged to confirm with the defense first. What formality? As things stand at the moment,
First in this game, I mean.
Oh, first in this game? I was accused of something, and Cosmo was next to me.
It just kept going and kept twisting.
I don't remember anymore. Oh wait, yeah, I remember now. It was that lady. The swan lady. I remember now. Yeah, that was weird. It was like too many things going on. It would seem that Mr. McGilded will be found not guilty. Yes. Which would mean we've won. Which is kind of awkward now because like it wasn't the truth. Is it right? Did he actually not kill him? I don't know anymore. Is that really the right outcome here? Is it really alright for the trial to come to an end now? With all these unexplained inconsistencies? Counsel for defense. Closing statement, please. Do it from a paycheck. Oh wait, I don't get paychecks from here because it's my trial. It's my first trial. Yes, my lord. Defense believes. Wait, everyone. What? Safe. I mean, no, but I mean, there's no evidence he is guilty. There is evidence he probably tampered with it, but like, there's no evidence that he's guilty. He could have fabricated evidence to emphasize his innocence.
Team Gilded offered to pay you. I don't oppose to remember.
Oh yeah, I think he did offer. I think. Oh, that's true. No, wait, okay. Here it's not guilty. It's could be guilty. So could be guilty. Go with justice, man. Justice. I'm here in this courtroom today to advocate for the defense of my client, Mr. McGilded. However, at this moment in time, I cannot in all good conscience attest fully to the defendant's innocence. What are you saying, man? What are you saying, man? How do you say that phrase? I don't even know the common modern slang for that. Without any question, there is no conclusive evidence to prove that the defendant is guilty. However, there is also no conclusive evidence to prove that he is innocent. Well then, no one else technically is also innocent either. Good gracious me. I wonder what would have happened if I said that he's innocent. Order! Order! Actually, I kinda wanna see that. Can I go back and check? I wanna check. This is probably the right thing.
He was probably trying to say it with authority. Don't know of an example off the top of my head.
Oh, okay. That's Mr. McGill, legal representative. He is. Oh, he's probably gonna be like, he's innocent, but no, I can't shake it off. I have to say it. He's guilty, maybe. That's probably what's gonna happen. I can't breathe. Air in here is stifling. I'm in this man's defense. I'm this man's defense lawyer. There's only one thing I can say in this situation. I believe that defendant Magnus McGilded, innocent of the allegations brought up against him. Oh. Thank you, counsel. Oh, do I get the money? Oh. This will continue? What? Here's to you, my Nipponi's friend. The most abject closing I've yet to hear in a court of law. Everyone's probably like, I don't know, he's actually innocent. Or... What? Oh, 'twas a grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer. So it was, a grand decision. You saved one of London's most influential gentlemen, fella. You should be proud of yourself. Here, have this for your trouble. Oh, I got paid! Gold coins. Oh, your job here is done, fella, and some fine work you've done. So you have. I got paid. What do you mean? It's just as the right honorable gentleman so succinctly said. Trial can't go on anymore.
I found a random example, but with a comedy.
Oh. In your closing statement there was, how do you put it now? Nothing more than a formality. What? Wait, is this over? Oh, I really don't know what to make of all this. Was the evidence we've really seen really genuine, or was it fake? This lordship would be fuming. Any unsightly rubbish should be disposed of promptly, as I said. Sticky and Rich are always guilty of something. You mark my words. I'm terribly ashamed that I ever doubted that lovely man who gave us the lovely part. Wait, what? She's still in the innocent side. Okay. Wait, look at it. Now that proceedings have unfolded in this way, I am compelled to declare a premature end to this trial. Furthermore, the court must accept the defendant's plea. Eh? Is it over? Did I win? Thank you kindly, my lord. I hereby announce the verdict of this court. Eh? What? We still haven't determined the bloodstain. The omnibus is genuine or not. Oh wait, what? We're going back? We don't know if these witnesses are telling the truth or a pack of lies. Oh wait, eh? So, what am I doing? What is your nose doing? We have no idea about the truth. Lord Van Zeeks, my lord. The case made by the prosecution was flawed, plain and simple. Indeed, the omnibus presented
got justice in his heart.
As evidence was tampered with. The prosecution is at fault for allowing such disgraceful perversion of justice to take place. My sincere apologies, my lord. But, wait! When we were evacuated from the courtroom, Lord Van Zeeks ordered the evidence to be secured. Yeah. I'm afraid the prosecution cannot shun responsibility in this matter. That's so unfair! The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Wait. I don't know if this is the right one. I want to check the other one now. Let me save this too. Go back. Okay, this is the innocent version. Okay. Now load. Hold on. Does it go to the same thing? Can I skip it? Be guilty. Cannot say they're innocent. Not a question. Yada yada. No conclusive evidence that he is innocent either. This is unprecedented behavior, counsel. Defense lawyer calling accused innocence into question. Are you of sound mind? Hey, wow. Oh, wait. Grand decision to appoint you as my lawyer. The grand decision. Is it the same turn? Same time? Same events? What? I must say, I didn't quite expect such an exciting spectacle at the end there, but still, here, have this for your troubles. Oh, he still gives me money. Ah, job is done here, fellow. Oh, okay, fine work. He dismisses me regardless of whether I say he's innocent or not. Okay. Whatever then. Oh, it's something of a formality anyway, so it doesn't matter, I guess, whatever I said. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay, it's the same way. Oh, okay, here. Okay, we're back to here now. We don't know if it's the truth. What do you do? It's up to you. It's your fault. You guys didn't secure the evidence properly. I'm sorry. But it's not his fault. He told them to secure it. Yep, no, but it's still his fault. Summary. That's so unfair. Ability of defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, jury will not be required to proffer judgment. What? What does that mean? Did I lose this trial? But I won the battle, but I lost the war type of thing? Or technically I won the war, but I lost the battle. I don't know. Well, Lord Van Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Do you mean to tell me this all has been a grand waste of time? It's the law of the land, my good man. If you'd like to pursue this matter further, you can always go ahead and try to change the law. Should I take pictures, man? Magnus McGilden. Good grief, you've more to say to me, have you?
You won the trial, but lost the truth.
No! I want to win! Both of them! Or at least get the truth. At least I get a paycheck. That 1 gold coin he gave me. Just one warning. One thing. A warning. This is far from over. Oh, he lost a battle, but he might have not won the war. Who knows? Well, something to be looking forward to then. He's obviously not believing it. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Mr. Magnus McGilden. No! I got a not guilty verdict when he could have possibly just killed the guy. He could have been guilty. Oh, there's so many things going on. I don't know what happened. Why was the girl there? Did he know the girl was there? Did he know? Did he not know? I have no idea. Maybe he knew. But then where was the guy? How did the guy get on? The shoemaker. I have no idea what's going on. The outrage of 7 evidence. But what are you talking about? The man's been cleared. He's innocent. And I don't believe so. The evidence has been tampered. With the courtroom in pandemonium for the 2nd time that day, a judge delivered his verdict. And my first ever trial in Great Britain came to an abrupt end, with the defendant being found not guilty. Ostensibly a victory for us. Ah. Sadness. '18th February, 5:14 p.m. Same day. Old Bailey defendant's antechamber. Sorry, maybe I should have at least said he is innocent the whole time then. And then maybe I could have gotten paid more. That certainly was a long trial. Ah, yes, it was. Your first ever trial on foreign soil and your first victory. It was a wonderful performance. My heartfelt congratulations. And to you, Mrs. Little. Thank you for assistance. I suppose we should be happy. I know, right? Trouble is, we're still completely in the dark about what actually happened. Well, we didn't have enough time. But isn't it wrong? I mean, who was actually responsible for Mr. Mason's death? We don't even know that. The sole aim of the defense is to obtain a verdict that exonerates the defendant. Carried out your duty to perfection. Aye, that you did. Who is it? Oh, him. Aye, that you did. Are they working together? I think he paid her off after a while. That's what I'm assuming, because otherwise it wouldn't make sense of why they didn't. Because then, if he didn't follow the skylight, that means the guy literally just walked in through the door. Yeah, and so she must have been lying about that. Mr. McGilden. Oh, and that girl's with him too. Why are they together, see? That's suspicious too. Well, it seems the stories are true. Oh, what stories? About the 6 enormous fireworks they do be letting off, and there's a big verdict of not guilty. I'm sure you must have seen them now. Spectacular, wouldn't you say? Yes, definitely. I heard it was a sight to behold, and to be sure it was. I've got you to thank, I suppose, for having an opportunity to see it. Wahahaha. Oh, I don't know about that. I'm not really sure I did anything. In fact, I probably said you were guilty. What on earth are you saying, fella? How did I walk out of there a free man then? By tampering the evidence. I don't think it was so much thanks to me as down to your, lighting. You're a straight-talking fella, aren't you? I must say, you had me astray in the head there once or twice. But you're young and headstrong. Wahahaha. That is water under the bridge. Congratulations, Mr. McGilden, on having your name cleared. But nothing's resolved. There's only one thing that matters to me. Oh? We've all seen that I didn't do that odious and absolute deed. It's grand, is it not? I suppose it was. Now the fine fellows of Scotland Yard can take matters in hand and sort out any wee details. What's with that pose he always does? They'll see it for what it is. They'll get to the truth. I've absolute faith in them, so I have. After all, I do be providing a good number of their wages with all the taxes I pay. Ah ha ha ha. There it is. A blackmail. That could be possible. Wahaha. Not that funny. So then, as we agreed aforehand, 1,000 guineas. Ooh, for your troubles, fellas. Hey, I come and pay, everyone. Oh, no, I couldn't possibly accept the— No, accept it, dude. Accept it. Oh, wait, no. Is this a bribe? Is this technically a bribe? In that case, no. If it's my pay wage for just doing my duty as defendant, defense lawyer, then yes, accept it. How to be worst? You're a humble people, are you? You from the east? Well, if you insist— No, take the money. Take the money. Unless it's a bribe. Take the money. But have this, still and all. You deserve a reward. What, you gave me like 2 guineas instead of like 1,000? That's like awfully less than I imagine. Mr. Magnus McGillen. Is he the guy? Everything's ready, sir. If you'd like to follow me into the courtroom. Into the courtroom? For what? What's going on? What's this, officer? Just sooner than I was led to believe. I hope it's not inconvenient, sir. There were some changes to the schedule. Oh, when are you such fratty buddies with the bailiff? Well, I must be making tracks now. It's time for the inspection. What? Sorry, what inspection?
Bribe is such a strong word. Quote hush money quote is a nicer phrase.
Is it a nicer phrase? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present. If I could be present for it myself. Why would you need to be present? They're going to examine it again? Now? Naturally, I'm under no obligation to take part in any more of this matter now, but as an upstanding member of London society, I do be doing my best to help where I can. It's a gentleman's duty, so it is. To tamper more evidence? So then, fare thee well. 'Twas an absolute pleasure meeting yous. I hope you have a whale of a time while you're studying here in Great Britain. That's suspicious. And there he goes, a free man. The girl! She must have been in collusion with him. Oh, I forgot she was here too. Huh? No, wait, stop. Takes a while. Don't move! Whereas, I want to say, get a move on. She really does take forever to load that thing. Miss Lestrade, would you mind putting that thing down? You're a grown-up. Sorry? And I hate all grown-ups. Oh, there you are! Wait, who? What? Wait. I have too many voices, I cannot... How do you make an even younger voice? Okay. Music. Naughty. Ah, too many voices. There's too many girl voices. No. That's too high. Naughty, running off like that. That's too many. I cannot do the same thing for myself. Is this some kind of picnic? Where's this little girl now? I'm taking that with you. You as well. I was looking forward to the trial run of my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Huh. What? It's bigger. It's hard. Oh, do you want to play? You won't beat me. Grr. Excuse me, but who are you? Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose, of that machine. The inventor? Well, normal smoke grenades are so dull, don't you agree? White, and more white. If you have to be shrouded in smoke, it could at least be a pretty color, I thought to myself. Do you have to be shrouded in smoke, though? At all? I just took my eyes off it for a moment while I was changing onto a different omnibus, and she pinched it. Is she a thief too? What's going on? I guess not, she's an inventor. Luckily, I fitted it with a telegraphic beacon. What's a what? I have no idea what this girl is talking about. Anyway, you're coming with me now. Back to my laboratory. What for? To apologize, of course, silly, to my technician. Well, you mean, say sorry? You must say sorry when you've done something wrong. Surely an adult has told you that before. An adult? I don't listen to no adults. Come along then, follow me. Fine, have it your way. Oh good, you see, I knew you'd want to do the right thing, in the end. I'm fairly sure that what she wants is to not get shot by that massive gun of yours. It's huge. It's like a megaphone. I'll be leaving now then. Bye-bye! I'm so sorry for all the fuss. Oh. They never did clarify whether she was bribed or not though. She was a lively one. Darn it, that means they're gonna show up again sometime. I need to figure out how to do the voices for them. Well, do you think perhaps we ought to be on our way now, too? Yes, you're right, but where to? Oh! We haven't had time to find a place to stay. No sooner than had we arrived in London, then we had to rush here. All our traveling cases are still with the bailiff. I was originally planning to spend today in search of lodgings. But at this late hour in the day, I'm afraid we may be out of luck. Don't worry though, I have a plan. If the worst comes to worst, I've heard of a lovely park where we could spend the night. What? Please tell me you're not thinking of McGilded Park. I know it may be a little chilly at this time of year, but our youthfulness will see us through. I don't think that's what you guys should be doing. I'm not so sure about that. I think a midwinter London night will freeze a young person's soul just as easily as an elderly one. Oh dear, that doesn't sound agreeable. I'm starting to regret turning Mr. McGillett down. I know, take the money! At 1,000 guineas would have paid for a lovely warm room. Or mansion. Are we done? Do we need to talk to a lawyer? Oh, we don't. And so, the trial to determine my worthiness for the study tour was over by the end of our first day in London. However, as we were soon to learn, there were more trying times ahead. Whoa, yeah. Just as the Reaper of the Bailey had warned. The case was far from over. Okay. Clap, clap, clap. Done with What? Donut tender. Ah. Lol, he burned it. All the evidence. I thought they already did the investigation though, but whatever. There's someone. Oh my god, there's someone inside. Open the door, people. Open the door, it's right there. Open the door, what are y'all doing? The door's not even like, the doorknob is like, okay. Oh. Here's Japanese voice. What is it? Who is it? Why didn't they open the door? Just let the person to burn to death. What? Or at least I hope they open the door. Huh. And here it ended on that note. Well.
Doorknob is very hot.
No, use a cloth or something. Take off your jacket and use that as like a handle to open it. I don't believe that. Oh. Finally, I'm done with episode 3. Next week, I'll do episode 4. Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Love. Such a weird mix of Japanese and English. Sometime around this time, who knows? Whenever I feel like it. Or when I wake up, actually, it's probably the better word. Thanks for watching. I'll continue next week. And do it again. But until then, see you all later. Have a nice day,
fine
man.
mouth dabbing cloths? What an absurd notion.
No, not their handkerchief. Their coat. Their jacket. Ruined their jacket.
Thanks for the stream, and have a lovely day.
Yeah,
Later,
thank you.
07.
Thank you for watching. Have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.